1/1. Here we go, boys. All we need now is Steve Man, and I think we'll be set. Wait, that is the name, right? Hey, we did it! TVZ, boys! I hope I don't lag. I'm gonna be really sad if I lag. Please don't lag. Alright, so we are gonna be on Crown and Scepter, which is a new map by Cardinal All-In, who is quite a prolific map maker in the foreign scene. Please tell me we're not lagging. It looks okay to me. Excellent. Okay. So it looks like we're on version 0.94 with everybody is red. No. Wait. How do I? Okay. At the top left is the purple Zerg. We have LRM Infected. At the bottom right is Orange Terran. We have IFU Cryoc, and I'm going to turn my game music back on. So hopefully everyone can hear that and hear SCVs mining and things. Alright, sweet. So is this a best of 5 match? I don't even know how many games these guys are playing. There's gonna be some games. This is StarCraft. I don't have an overlay or anything. I don't even have my ports forwarded, man. This streaming shenanigan is complicated. I'm actually really hoping Shield Battery gets up and running soon so I can just play that and not worry about it. But yeah, anyway, let's reveal. Oh no, I can't reveal the map because I'm in a live game. All right, well let me just go find a picture for you guys, so that you know what it looks like, and also so that I know what it looks like. It's quite Fighting Spirit-esque. I did have a brief look before, so if I just quickly pull this image on here, so you can see it's got 4 corner bases. It's got a middle expansion. That's cool. This is like a GIF with animated geysers. So you got main on the high ground, you come down to a low ground natural. This part is all like Fighting Spirit, but you've actually got 2 bridges here outside the natural, and then the third base is kind of in the same place as on Fighting Spirit, but basically you got 2 defense points here that you have to worry about when attacking it. There's also 2 random mineral onlys in the middle of the map that are non-symmetric for some reason. There's just like one at the 12 and one at the 3-ish. They're quite wide open, so I don't think they're going to matter too much until like the super late game. But I'm curious about the decision to only put 2 of those sort of not opposite each other on the map, which is just pretty interesting. Anyway, yeah, so this is a rematch. These guys did play a show match on this map before, but apparently there was something wrong with the minerals in a location or something, so it was slightly imbalanced, but that seems to have been fixed now. It's like first Overlord, gonna check out that SCV. There is a drone scout as well, just to make sure Cryoc isn't doing anything crazy. Looks just like it's just gonna be a fast expand here from our Terran player. Man, I haven't actually live ops the game in forever. Feels so wonky to have to click stuff. Looks like SCV dies. I don't think it got into the natural, so he didn't actually see the hatchery, but it doesn't really matter. He can tell from the Zergling timing that obviously it was a pool first, before the hatchery. So he's gonna pull a couple SCVs here. He's probably just gonna build the command center in his base on the high ground and just float it down there. I don't think there's any reason to change things. Oh, thank you. I can remove my little text sign, or I guess I can just change this. How do I edit this? Rename. No, that's not what I want. Properties 00. All right, there you go. That's our ghetto overlay. It looks quite good actually, because the score is like right here in the corner. It's almost like it's on purpose. Ooh. Oh wait, no, it's after the command center. Okay, I don't know why. Okay, never mind. Ignore that ooh. And we actually had a second SCV somehow sneak into the base while I was fiddling with my text box. I'm not actually sure how the hell this guy got in, or when he even left the base, because the first one died, right? But he's getting a complete scout in, so he's seeing The third hatchery, I don't actually know if he saw the lair timing or if that might have started after he went up into the main, I'm not sure. But he knows it's 3 hatch, right? So there's got to be a lair, you know, starting after the third hatchery. So it's not too surprising. We do see the eBay here, so he's going for a fast +1 build, which is exciting. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at how wide these bridges are. So that's pretty wide, and these are normal ramps, right? But there's a lot more space. Look how big this thing is. There's a lot more space here compared to Fighting Spirit. I'm not sure if that's going to matter that much in this matchup or at all. But one thing I do notice compared to Fighting Spirit is even though there's a cliff behind your minerals, the minerals are, well, no, I guess the layout's pretty much the same, right? I was gonna say it's a little bit tighter against the edge of the map, so there's a little bit less. Well, no. I think that's true, right? On Fighting Spirit, there's like a water area here, so you have a lot more space to like goof around with mutas back here. But it seems like there's a little bit less space. So for example, if there's turrets here, actually I don't know if there's space, but let's say there's like a turret here or something, or here, it will cover the whole area quite easily, right? And you can't. It's not that easy to dance back and forth without going onto the low ground. So it looks like Ling's gonna poke around here. Nice little defensive posture. I like the depot. All very good stuff here from my man Cryoc. And I think this just finished blinking, right? Does that mean Stim is done? I thought this was blinking. It's blinking again, but that could be range. I'm not really sure. Stim and range both finish quite quickly, right? Relative to like attack upgrades or something. So yeah. Anyway, Spire's on the way. You can see about 2/3 done. The Ling's just poking back and forth. There isn't really anything they can do here besides check the position of the Terran army. I don't think he has any idea that he's going for this this fast +1 build. But there's going to be a lot of Medic Marine coming out here for Cryoc. And the third base is, yeah, it's going to be started in a second here by this drone. So he's going to opt to go for the bottom left main base. Pretty standard. I think I don't know if it particularly matters whether he goes top right or bottom left. I guess let's say if he had gone for the top right and focused on, you know, taking the top expansions, I guess you could say maybe he could get this mineral only a little bit easier, because as I said, so there's only a mineral only here and here at the 3, whereas there isn't one on the left side. So I guess if it gets to that point in the game, maybe that might make a small difference. But I feel like typically CVTs, well, I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see if that makes a difference. It'll only make a difference if this goes to like 45 minutes or something, basically. Ooh, grabbing a couple of Lings, but the mutas are here. They're not quite stacked yet. Needs to stack those up. Needs to just like circle around a bit. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so the Marines do see it. Is +1 finished? It's not quite finished, but there are a lot of Marines here. I wonder if Infected can tell from how many Marines are here that this is like a, you know, a 4 barracks heavy Marine focused build. A small group of Marines and medics getting caught because they actually split up. Half the group went on the bottom, or more than half the group went on the bottom, and just a small group went on the top, so they actually get picked off here. It's actually a little bit dangerous, and actually there's going to be a backstab going in, but there are reinforcement Marines going to pick off all of these Zerglings. A bit of a mistake here from Infected. I think if he went in with the mutas at the same time, it might have been a bit better, but there are turrets supporting as well, so losing his Zergling group for nothing here, but he is going to pick off another straggling Marine. This Marine group is not very big, so all Infected needs is a few more Zerglings, and he should be able to just kill it with brute force. I think, is he just looking for it? I think he went to the bottom left just in case they were heading down there. He wants to protect his expansion, obviously. But the Marines were actually heading towards his base. Now he's going to do a little bit of micro, going to try and pick some of these off. Not quite going to get them. Oh, looks like he's actually going to be the one getting caught. He's actually committing here. This isn't actually a fight he wanted. Oh man, Infected, losing even more of his units here. He really should be trying to like poke back and forth and pick off like back units for free. Like doing something like this. This is exactly what he should be doing. This is sort of the strength of mutas here, but he's taking a lot of damage. He does have a lot of Zerglings coming down. There's no lurkers inside. There's 2 Hydralisks here, but I don't think lurker research. Oh wait, did they morph? Okay, they did morph, but they're not morphing on the ramp, so the Marines are going to be able to run up and surround them. But Infected is going for the backstab. He's going for the counterattack, into the Terran's natural, and this time there's not enough Marines. The Mutas go in together with the Zerglings. The SCV drill, though, a really nice SCV drill. Is it going to be enough? The Zerglings are on top of the barracks. The bottom left base has been destroyed, but look at those SCVs, those badass SCVs just taking down all the Zerglings. Does lose a good chunk of mining time, loses a few, or a handful of those SCVs, but he kills all of the Mutas and all of the Zerglings. And he killed the Zerg's third base. So finally some Lurkers are out, but the Lurkers were not in time to save Infected's third. I'm not sure if that timing is because the Marine... I'm not sure if those Lurkers were late, were actually late in terms of, you know, where they should be in build orders and stuff, or if it's because Infected didn't actually delay the Marines enough with his mutas, you know what I mean? Like the Lurkers are supposed to come out at a certain time, like, I don't know, like 8:35. I mean, it's not that time, you know, I've just completely made up the number. But, you know, when you're doing a normal build order, there's like a certain timing where your Lurkers should come out, and so I don't know if he just had them late or if he just didn't delay enough. Anyway, completely wasting these 3 Lurkers here. A nice scan from Cryoc, staying on the ball. And Cryoc is really taking control of this game. I like the double bunker. Look at this. He knows that after killing this base, he is so far ahead that the only way he can really lose is if Infected goes for the all-in counterattack again with the Lurker follow-up. So yeah, it's not looking too good. Maybe he can do some fancy stop Lurker here or something. There's no Science Vessel out. He did delay the starport slightly with that attack. He grabbed the SCV that was building that. So you can see the Science Vessel is not even actually started, the Science Facility just now finishing. So stop Lurkers could definitely still be a thing. I have a feeling these are actually stop Lurkers. But unfortunately for Infected, Cryoc is just being a little bit too careful with his units. So it looks like Infected gonna reattempt third base. Here at the top right, looks like Queen's Nest is done. A couple of extra, no, that's just one extra hatchery and the Evolution Chamber. And there's the Hive just now starting as well. Oh man, looks like SCV is going to scout this top right. There's units coming over here, but they're not going to be able to stop the SCV. Look at the minimap. The army actually went to the bottom left while the SCV went to the top right, and he's going to realize, oh wait, I'm on the wrong side of the map. I like how he didn't overcommit his army though. Again, this is kind of more like a scouting force to pick off any random hatchery that's trying to sneak its way up. Basically just one control group running around and the rest of the army's at home. So first Science Vessel's on the way, presumably got some siege mode and or mines coming along. I don't know which one he would get first. Presumably siege mode, right? You get siege mode first and then mines. I don't think it matters that much, they're both pretty fast. And we're doing the mech switch. Well, we're not doing the mech switch. Cryoc's doing the mech switch. Wow, look at that SCV saturation. What's the saturation of? Oh my god, look at how like thick the shadows are, man. Dude, he must have like 80 SCVs. As soon as he builds a third command center, he's gonna be able to instantly saturate it. That's actually some really sick SCV saturation right there. And remember, he lost a bunch too when Infected attacked. Although it looks like he's actually almost mined out in his main, so he really needs this. Yeah, this is exactly what he needs. Good job, Cryoc. Fabian asks, is this best of 7? I believe this is a best of 5, but I mean, like, it's not like, you know, there's a tournament admin who's telling us it should be a best of 5. I'm sure if these guys want to play a best of 7, they can. I'm not going to stop them. I'm not going to be like, no, you will not play additional games. You know, it's just not really my style. It's like the Siege Tank hiding behind a tree actually does avoid most of the Zerglings. His buddy was not so fortunate. Oh, come on, tree tank. Yes! Look at this guy. Look at this guy. He was at the front of the Zerg attack, but he knew that in Brood War, when you hide behind a tree, there is a 50% mischance. So he survived. I'm totally bullshitting, by the way. I mean, there is a mischance, but it was just Zerglings. It doesn't affect melee units. Actually, I don't think the mischance affects Lurkers either. I could be wrong about that, but I feel like the mischance for ranged unit, like even though Lurkers are technically a ranged unit, I don't think they get affected by the mischance. It's like the same reason that Lurkers can actually kill you under Swarm, even though technically Swarm is supposed to block ranged attacks. It's just because it's like a line splash effect. So I don't think it actually gets blocked by that stuff. But I'll let the chat correct me if I'm wrong. Anyway, it looks like a nice little Marine spread here. Oh my god, Infected actually going to lose a lot of these lurkers. He will kill off the Terran force, but not before losing quite a few of those expensive lurkers here. And remember, he is behind on economy, so he really can't afford that kind of thing, especially with Cryoc's third base up here. Really needs to transfer a bunch of these SCBs over, actually. He didn't transfer that many for some reason. He's got way more in his main and his natural that he needs to transfer ASAPly. We can probably see a cool SCB party here once this gets mined out. I'll try and remember that. Anyway, we've got some spider mines now. So Terran actually starting to creep out on the map. The good thing for Infected is that at least the mines are still being laid kind of defensively. If you notice, they're kind of being laid on Cryoc's side of the map. So Infected can still at least maneuver his units around a little bit. Looks like some Vultures coming up here, but I mean, there's 2-3 lurkers at the top of the ramp, so not gonna do too much here. There's a Radiate on one of those lurkers, but there's a Nidus there. I don't think that's gonna be too exciting. And some Zerglings just countering here. But this is still Terran 3 base against Zerg 2 base. Wait, where did he build another one in his main? Wait, it was just his main command center. No, it's not. Okay, so Cryoc actually built a 4th command center in his main base to just float it down to the bottom left. That's actually really funny. I don't think I've seen that before. I mean, usually if you want to float it out, you might just build another one in the 3rd, right? So it's closer. But I mean, I guess technically it's safest to build it in your main. So that's also why he was sending units down here to the bottom left to clear out these Zerglings and stuff. Is to start taking out the base. Man, Cryoc is going to be so far ahead here. He's just completely dominating this game. But it looks like we do have a potential 4th here for the Zerg. But it's pretty much going to be exactly the same expansion timing as the Terran, right? They basically get their 3rds and their 4th bases at the same time. And just look at the minimap. Look at all that orange everywhere. Really, really good spread of units here. Well, I guess the units and mines. By Cryoc, but it looks like he's done the complete switch now, so all the barracks are lifted off. He's gone for the complete mech switch. I think that makes sense. You know, again, this is a very Fighting Spirit-esque map. Only a few small changes. So I think, you know, going for the mid to late game mech is going to be very strong, just like it is on Fighting Spirit. Is the mic too quiet? Some people are saying it's quiet. I think the problem is that sometimes I turn my head away from the mic and it gets quieter. Basically, the chat is on the opposite side of the mic. So like when I turn my head to read what you guys are saying and I talk at the same time, it gets really quiet. I'm going to try repositioning my mic actually so that that's not as much of an issue. But in the meantime, I will try and turn my head towards it while I talk. And that should be a little bit better. So yeah, look at Cryoc's now. Holy, what the? Alright, so I said I was going to pay attention to the SCB party. I did not pay attention, but that... I mean, you know, it's like high school all over again. I was not invited to the party with the cool kids, but clearly there were many cool kids at this party. Anyway. Yeah. Alright, we got a scan. We're gonna have an eraser? No. Oh, we're gonna wait for them to die, and we're gonna attack though. Oh wait, we are gonna have an eraser. Oh no. Oh no. Run. Quick, get to the Nidus. Get to the Nidus. Ouch. And the natural dies. Yeah. I think Infected is pretty dead, because he's mined out his main too, right? Yeah, his main's mined out, his natural's pretty much mined out. There is a Defiler here, though, for Dark Swarm, so he might actually be able to hold this. There's one lone Muta trying to hold off these tanks. The Dark Swarm might actually keep him alive. Oh, the problem is he doesn't really have enough, and there's 2 vessels here. And Cryoc is just like, you know what, you guys can just chill here. This is fine. This is okay in my book. I hope he's not building SCVs at least. Okay, at least he's not building SCVs. No, there's no prize money for this, guys. This is just an unofficial fun show match, mainly to showcase the new map here from Cardinal All In. At least I'm pretty sure there's no prize money for this. I think it's just for fun. And meanwhile, we got a bunch of random tanks just rolling out. Yeah. Sweet. So Infected is he's kinda trying to hold on here. But unfortunately the game seems quite over. Maybe at some point before the game ends these SCVs will do something. You guys want to count how many SCVs are here? Shall we just count it? Because I don't think there's anything really happening here. I mean, the tanks are literally walking in with no support and just sieging it up. Wait, where? I thought there were vultures here. Did they die? He's just walking tanks up to the hive. He's like, hey, I'm here. All right, here we go. Okay, you're all dead. Nah, I'm just kidding. Tanks are OP. Ha. GG! Wait, I want to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 36, 37, 30. There's like 40 SCVs here. There are approximately 40 SCVs at that base. Nice. Nice. Alright, sweet. So 1-0 in favor of Cryoc. Ooh, I can change the score. ASD1/1. Sorry, I'm also getting used to using OBS here, because I used to be an XSplit kind of guy, but now I'm an OBS kind of guy instead. It's like 80% of the mining force. Oh wait, I need to go down. I feel like a second-class citizen here. He's like not... Oh my god! He doesn't want me to be up in the top with the cool kids. I'm not a player, I'm just an observer. It's like the story of my life. Alright, anyway. At the top left, as the orange... Does tab not... I keep pressing tab to try and bring up the players, but that's just not a thing in StarCraft. Alright, never mind. At the top left is the orange Zerg. We do have LRM Infected. At the top right is the blue Terran, up 1-0 in this possibly best of 5 series, is IFU Cryoc. What does the winner get? Fame and glory, my friend. Fame and glory. And fangirls, you know. E-girls. Bum, bum, bum. Overlord scouting in the right direction. Is that because the... Wait a minute. Hold on, I need to look at a picture of this map again. Oh, the symmetry of this map is kind of weird, actually. It's not rotationally symmetric like Fighting Spirit is. Hold on, just have a look at this. You see, so the naturals at the top spawns face each other, but the naturals at the bottom spawns don't. This map is like deliberately trying not to be symmetric. Maybe that's the point. So it's got these two mineral only bases, and then it's got like the naturals facing different directions. I'm not sure how I feel about that. It almost reminds me of Gaia, where that kind of changes how you play depending on the spawn locations. Maybe, okay, maybe not as bad as Gaia. Not as much as Gaia. Is there any other map that's only slightly asymmetric like that? Maybe. Wait, I saw somebody say something to me in the chat, and I lost it. Wait. Sayle, are you back? Kinda, I guess. I don't, maybe, possibly. I don't know, you know, I'm just not ready for that level of commitment, you know? Fantasy? The map Fantasy? Huh. I don't remember what that map looks like. Isn't that really old? Isn't that map before my time? I don't think I've ever seen a game on Fantasy. Or maybe I've seen one, but I feel like it's kind of an oldie map. I feel like that was a map in the rotation when, you know, I was like watching Clazart cast Brood War, you know, way back when. Sayle, is Brood War back? Bro, Brood War never left, man. Brood War never left. Am I gonna cast ASL tomorrow? I don't know. I don't think so. Johnny from Africa actually like emailed me asking if I was interested, and I was like, yeah, sure, dude. And then he like never said anything, so I'm not really sure. So I don't have like a source stream like I did for the KT Giga cast, and I don't want to just cast without asking anybody because I know they already have Tastosis casting and they already have Bisu Dagger and somebody else casting. I don't know who the other person is. Maybe Flash for the win or something. Yeah. But I will tune in. I may chat in the Africa chat. It's like Lairs on the way. I don't think the SCP saw this. It died in the main base. And interestingly, wait a minute. The third hatchery is not in the main. He just went straight for the expansion with the third hatch. It's super fast. He didn't even put it in the main. He put it at the natural. That's pretty interesting, actually. This is interesting. This is actually faking out Cryoc, I think. Look at this. He's built a second barracks and a bunker already. Crucially, this bunker. So in the first game, I'm pretty sure he built the eBay before the second barracks, right? But he built the second barracks first this time, and he's building a bunker because he's scared because he didn't see the third hatchery being planted in the main base. So he's worried that this is some kind of aggressive two-hatch strat, I think. But we can see that actually it's not the case. I'm actually also curious about this being placed on the natural rather than the main. I mean, it just means it's going to be a little bit more exposed, so when it does get scouted, and I say when, not if, because he didn't really hide it, because obviously Cryoc is just going to scout the bottom left for a third base, for like a normal third base timing. So this is way earlier than expected, but it's not in like an unexpected location. But I guess given how early it is, he could potentially just put a sunken here at the front, and then later on get the bottom left base for free. So this could be a genius idea if he can keep this alive. But I guess we'll see. Pino says, "Did your chick dump you?" Whoa! I mean, okay, hold on. No is the answer, but that would be a pretty hilarious reason of why I would, start casting again. It's like, well, single again, time to go back to Brood War. Cryoc isn't going to scan that place with a comp set. True. That is actually a good point, Haram. That is an excellent point. That is also an interesting place for an eBay. He didn't like put it in a corner or something. He's just like, it's just pretending it's a barracks. Where? But I don't think Cryoc scanned the bottom left at all, because I'm only just getting vision of this location with the Overlord now. I think the scans were used on the main and the natural, because I heard the first scan go off. I'm pretty sure he just checked the main. Looks like a mispositioned turret or something. Is this gonna matter the gas? I think this is gonna make the gas mining a little bit funny. He might kill this one later, but it's fine for now. He doesn't need that gas straight away. Okay. So it looks like we have fairly similar build. So basically a slightly more defensive version of his build from last game here for Cryoc. Because he wasn't really sure what was going on from the Zerg's point of view. So Infected now, see if you compare it to last game when Infected's Mutas came out, there's already a pretty big Marine group sort of ready to move out on the map. And in this case, the Terran is in a completely defensive posture here. All the Marines are just sitting inside the base. So these Mutas, they don't actually need to do that much here. They can just poke around and scare Cryoc a little bit. But the third base is already running. This is actually really smart by Infected, kind of mind gaming Cryoc here. Because instead of going for a more aggressive, cheesy strategy after losing the first game, he's actually just gone for the greedy build. And this is gonna work. This is gonna work. These Mutas, they should just kind of try and conserve health, pick off some Marines if they can, but it doesn't matter that much. There are some Zerglings here as well to potentially backstab and or just pick up any SCV that tries to run over there. Looks like the den is done. Gonna get some lurkers out. So yeah, this base again, it's gonna be. Sorry, when I say this base, I mean the bottom left, but I want to catch the action here. The bottom left base, obviously, he's gonna need a couple extra lurkers, maybe a sunken to defend that against like a dedicated marine attack, because it is much more exposed. You know, compared to the bottom left main, you can't just put the lurkers on the ramp. But he's doing quite a good job of muta harassing and keeping the Terran in his base. So that's kind of the main mechanism by which the Zerg player wants to actually defend his third base anyway, is just to harass enough that the Terran can't really attack head on, or if he does, his force is kind of weak enough that it's not really an issue. So let's see here. Hatchery. No Queen's Nest just yet. This poor Marine, man, he was just a little bit a ways from the rest of the group and he just gets picked off on the side. That's like that guy from those horror movies where, you know, he's with all his friends, you know, they're like out partying in the woods or something, and he's like the drunk guy that goes off into the woods to, you know, pee, and just he's like the first guy that gets picked off by the serial killer, just because, you know, he had to take a leak. It's rather unfortunate. Oh man, are we gonna have a pincer? Oh man, we got lurkers on the left, Muta's on the right. He's cutting off the retreat, but not really. It's good effort. Good effort. So the lurkers are in time this time. He might grab the first siege tank. Ooh, not quite. He does grab a few of the Marines. He wants the tank, but he's not quite gonna get it. Is this a drone here? No, it's just a couple of overlords. Oh, he's using these to do the muta stacking. So it looks like we do have a sunken and a bunch of lurkers here to defend this base. I don't know if Cryoc even knows about this base yet. He's building his first science vessel, but Infected is looking in a way better position, and he's got his hive on the way. So this is looking like much more of a game here from our two players. Okay. Oh, looks like some lurkers trying to sneak up from the bottom. Careful. Is he gonna try and bait him onto the lurkers? I think he is. Oh, he's going up the second bridge. I forgot. You see there's two bridges here. So he's gone up the bottom one. Oh, he snuck around the main Marine force. Oh, this could be awkward. Oh, baby. Oh, this could be huge. Oh, this could also not be huge. Wow. Nice Marine spread there from Cryoc. Instead of just fighting in a group here, he pulled his Marines up to make a line against the lurkers. That was really... That could have been so bad. Good control there from Cryoc, but good idea from Infected. I think he was just a little bit too slow. If he got like 1 or 2 more squares, like his lurkers were like here, right? So the Marines could run up the side. If he got his lurkers just a little bit further over, he could have completely cut off these Marines and been in a much better position, right? So that was just slightly off, but a really good idea from Infected. He's got plenty of lurkers still back at home, so I think he'll be fine here. Looks like the hive is done, the Defiler Man is almost done, but the first Terran attack is coming, so this is kind of the classic, you know, the classic Zergs barely holding on until the Defilers are ready. This is going to be quite close again. He's got lurkers in position for a flank. He's waiting for the Terran to come across the bridge so he can smack him from the other side. Here we go. Here we go. Here's the pincer. The Scourge don't actually grab the science vessel. They go in a little bit too soon, but big lurker drop. Oh my goodness. And Infected absolutely demolishes the Terran army here. Great patience, waiting for the army to cross the bridge, coming in from the top and the back. Really nicely executed there by Infected. And the thing is, I think Cryoc must be surprised at how many lurkers there are, which of course we know is thanks to this fast third base that Infected got super early on. So now Infected in command of this game. There are the 2 bunkers like we saw last game. Is there a command center here? There is, but no real map control for the Terran. So he's not even able to lift his command center over here. There's a scan, but with 2 lurkers at the top of the ramp, he's going to need a siege tank to dislodge that. And a 4th base already on the way here for the Zerg. So Infected, contrary to what I was saying, didn't need to wait for his Defilers at all. He He just knocked out the Terran attack with brute force there, which is much nicer, obviously, when you can do that. I'm not sure if Cryoc could have played that better, maybe, like been a little bit more patient moving across. The problem is if you take too long and you're too scared, then the Zerg just gets to filers anyway, and you can't attack. So I don't know if I don't know if Cryoc could have actually done anything better there in terms of setting up. Maybe he could have like sent his science vessel to just see what was over here, or even use a comsat. You know, like for example, like really good you know, pro games like Flash, for example, will sometimes scan just randomly or seemingly randomly in the middle of the map, but they're really checking for army positioning. You know, like comsats obviously you can use to scan your opponent's base to see where the bases are, see what tech he has, but you can also use it to just scan the middle of the map just to check where their army is and potentially avoid getting flanked like that. So I don't know if he could have maybe done that. I'm not sure if he had energy for that. Yeah. Anyway, looks like Command Center floating over here, just ignoring these two mutas. I mean, it's gonna take these mutas like an hour to kill it anyway, so it's not a big deal. He's also gonna run in from the bottom here. So this is nice. So you see the two. Whoa! He actually landed. Okay, he's gonna use a tank to help clear that. Oh man, that's so annoying. Looks like there's even 2 lurkers. Look at this, blocking the bottom right, just to make sure Terran doesn't get that either. And Cryoc, another SCV party. This is the problem with having too good of a saturation. See, on the one hand, you know, everyone's always, when you start playing StarCraft, everyone's always like, you know, never stop building workers, always keep building workers. You know, and there's always people, you know, D-level players posting in threads. Well, like, how should I know when I should stop building workers? And everyone's always like, if you need to ask that question, then you should just never stop. You should always build workers. Well, Cryoc may have taken that a little bit too seriously. I mean, I love workers as much as the next StarCraft player, but he's gonna have like 80 workers in one base in a second here. Hold on. Okay, we can watch the party here. Are you guys ready? All right, wait for it. I think it's happening here, right? All right, we're at 16. We're at 8. And party. Hey, SCV party. Oh my god, that is a lot. That is a lot. Something's happening at the bottom left, but I think this is more interesting. I think that just uses radiating stuff. Yeah, okay. So Terran, oh no, he did the Marines. Oh no, he lost 2 SCVs for science vessels for free. If he lost 2 SCVs, that would be fine. That'd probably be good, but oh man, why are they not with the Marines, dude? Oh man, that's not good. Somehow an SCV just walked through 2 lurkers and 10 Zerglings. This guy must be a ninja or something, because he just got in there. He didn't really care. Looks like Cryoc, though, might be getting a little bit desperate, going for a really bad attack here. I don't know if he just got baited in or something, but that was never going to work. So now, Cryoc down to just a single base with a lot of idle SCVs yet again. And Infected getting his 5th base. Okay, buddy. I mean, there's no way Infected is gonna see this here, though. He's looking down here. He's like, all right, I got my units here. There's no way there's a base here. I'm gonna know about it. Oh no, that's not good though. Oh man. Oh god, guys, no. Oh man, bro. Interestingly, look at the minimap. That's actually quite a lot of units in the middle of the map here for the Terran player. I guess they're mostly mines though. And a few Zerglings just running out to try and clear the mines, which is good. Looks like Vulture's coming down to clear this out. Looks like 1 science vessel is the cost of irradiating these 2 lurkers. But this command center is actually going to finish a lot faster than Infected expected because of that hero SCV. Could you imagine if the SCV died? Like then Cryoc would just be sending a new SCV down here to build the command center now, right? But instead the command center is pretty much finished. So this is actually really good. Is this a drop? Oh baby, baby, baby. Oh no. Oh no, SCVs. Oh, Steve Ball. Oh my god. Oh god. Oh, the massacre. Oh, you didn't even run them all the way. Oh my god. Alright, let's see. 6, 4, 6. It's okay. He's got like 20 more SCVs over here. See, this is all part of Cryoc's plan. He's like, you know what? Ooh, what's this? Oh, they don't have any kills though. Yeah, that's not good. Cryoc's got to be pretty broke right now. At least he can transfer SCVs down here. Hey, he didn't click on minerals? Guys, hello? Hello? Dude, this is like those roadworks where, you know, there's like one guy actually doing work and there's like 5 other guys just sitting around doing nothing. This is like exactly what that is. Guys, come on. Hello? Hello? Well, I guess tanks outrange lurkers even without siege mode. It's pretty cool. And we're off. Irradiate it! Irradiate the Overlord! Yeah! He actually did it. He did both. Wait, does Irradiate do enough damage to kill it though? Probably does, right? So this one has 2 lurkers. Is he gonna get out? Are they gonna get out? Lurkers! Drop! Drop them. Drop them! Oh, barely makes it out. And promptly dies anyway. Oh, wait. Is this another drop? Alright, so we got a lot more Zerglings coming out here. Anything fancy in the base? Ultralisk Cavern, it's pretty fancy. Anything else? Looks like we got Zerglings running through the middle of the map, just clearing some mines. Interestingly, Cryoc has somehow stabilized. I thought he was actually just completely dead. This could kind of be the calm before the storm where the Zerg's about to come out with like 80 Ultralisks or something. I'm not really sure why Cryoc seems to be alive right now with, you know, the bottom right base and his 3 o'clock base mining again. Although he does have like no map control. Well, okay, he's got a line of tanks here. It's not too bad. But the drops are kind of circumventing this. Oh no. Oh no, he should have waited. Oh, he should have waited for them to come in. They did stop at a funny point though. If I was Terran, I would have expected them to keep going as well, so that's not really a misplay. Look at this. Infected looked in command of this game, but right now it seems pretty close. I would still say the Zerg is ahead, but not by as much as he should be, I think. But I don't think Terran had money to really properly mech switch, right? Because you can see he's gone for the factories again, but his army is so small right now. I think it actually might have been better for Cryoc to stay on Medic Marine here. Oh no, and there's a big drop here at the bottom right. The drop actually does get in, after all. There is another command center being built, but he's going to lose a good chunk of his SCVs. He's going to have to wait for that other command center to finish. Really nice use of the drops by Cryoc to just kind of avoid all the mines and basically the tank lines in the middle of the map. This tank line does nothing, obviously, because the attack is down here inside the base. And I'm not sure why Infected is taking the 6 o'clock instead of the 9 o'clock, which I guess would be the more sensible next base to take. But Cryoc, he's holding on. Trying to hold on at least. Doing a bit of distance mining here. Looks like a few units gonna go check out what's going on over here. They're gonna... I'm not sure. Are they getting... No, not quite getting in range of the command center. But we do have another drop. It is Ultralisks this time. And 2 lurkers. There are a couple of siege tanks here. There are some units moving in from the bottom, but the SCVs are in the line of fire here. It looks like they're not really... Oh man, don't stack them, bro! Okay, he stacked them out of range. Okay. Wait. Are the tanks just gonna die? Oh, there's no vision. And we're good. And we're good here. Alright, sweet. Looks like some more Zerglings coming up. And even though this base has been stopped for the time being, looks like just gonna try and clear this out with Irradiate. Cryoc's mining away happily down here at the natural instead. But again, this mech switch, man, I think this was premature. Or perhaps he should have kept some barracks to make sort of like a hybrid composition. Because Medic Marine is super cheap, right? You can replenish Medic Marine so much faster, but the mech switch you really need to do when you have the economy to support it. And actually, the Ultraling is just gonna run into the natural here, and Cryoc instantly GG's. He really was just hanging on by a thread. Did not have the army to defend anything, and he is he's dead. He is deaderino. All right, so it looks like Cryoc's gonna host now. But Infected needs a minute. He needs a minute to bask in the glory of his victory. But the score is now 1-1. I really wonder what would have happened if Cryoc stayed on Medic Marine there. Because his Medic Marine control seems pretty decent, right? But I don't know, maybe once you get late game it's a little bit too difficult. Alright, looks like we're just chilling here for a second. Whew. Man, you know, I bought some grapes for this cast yesterday, but last night, like for dinner, basically my girlfriend and I cooked dinner and kind of screwed up a little bit, and it was awful, and neither of us really wanted to eat it, so we just ate all the grapes instead. So that was our dinner, and now I have no grapes for this cast, so I'm kind of sad. I mean, it was kind of my fault, so that's this is my punishment. So I will be hungry. There were some good grapes though. They were pretty good. Do I still live in the UK? Yes, I do. Need some Disney music? Oh wait, we got a game. Let's do it. Oh snap! Infected has decided to play Protoss. Hey, look at that. Oh, maybe that's why he needed a break. He just went to get some Protoss tips from Draw. I'm gonna go ahead and say that's what happened. So yeah, this time, Infected will be the purple Protoss at the top right, and Cryoc will be the blue Terran at the bottom right. So, PVT. Is Infected just gonna like cheese him? Is he gonna DT rush him? Or, dude, do you think Infected just went on Liquipedia? He took a minute to go open Liquipedia to look at a build order, so he knows what to do. He's like, hey, I hear this Protoss race is pretty strong against Terran. Why don't I try that? All right, I'll just follow this Liquipedia build order. It should be fine. Okay. Does Draw not play anymore? By the way, like how many of the you know, big name foreign players are still active? Like I saw Eonzerg and True Touch are still streaming, and apparently there's like Nation Wars being played or something. So it seems like some peeps are still around, but I don't really know. Wait. Okay, no, he built a depot. I'm just blind and an idiot. He's building it so that he can maybe wall. I don't know. Do you guys think the walls on this map are the same as Fighting Spirit? I guess I probably need to ask Cardinal All In about this. Because on Fighting Spirit you can do barracks and factory and it walls it, right? I don't know if you can do the same. It looks like you can't. It looks like there's a lot of space here, but I don't know. Walls in Brutal are weird. Like, let's say you build a factory right here. Does that look tight to you? At least Zealot tight? It might be. That's like how big a factory is. It might be actually. Yeah, maybe that works. And obviously it's nice that he's in this spawn location because if he builds a machine shop here, it'll spawn inside his base. You know, he actually has space for it. Anyway, incorrect scouting path for both players. They see each other and they're like, wait a minute. Wait, why is he going back? No, wait, you went to the top left already. Why are you going that way? Wait, huh? Okay, this probe is just really confused because he went top left first and then he's like chased the SUV back. Anyway. Got range on the way. And presumably a Nexus coming up soon. Okay, the factory is here, but it's not a wall. Interesting. He just decided to build the barracks here for some reason. Yeah, I'm not really sure what this placement is for. Maybe you can do anti-zealot micro in this gap, but I feel like zealots can walk through this gap. That looks really wide. So I'm not really sure about that. But there's going to be a Nexus soon. There's a hidden pylon here, and he's going to try and block this SCV. I think he's going to block it. Wow, he pulled a second probe to block it. Ooh, that's sneaky. I don't think he's actually doing anything though, is he? Because he's just getting a range. Like, if he was going to DT rush or something, he could have done it before range. Yeah, he even got a second goon. He's just expanding. He's just faking him out. He's like, oh, I picked Protoss. I'm going to DT rush you. But he's not. He's not going to DT rush. So first tank is on the way. Lift after 5 Marines. Okay, that's fine. So it's just an FD, right? He's still got guys on gas, but probably just a fast expand. I mean, he's not building a second factory, so it must be a fast expand, right? So it's probably mines. I guess technically it could be a siege expand, maybe. This barracks placement kind of lends me to believe this might actually be siege mode. Lends me to believe? Leads me to believe? English? Surely the expression is leads me to believe. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Ay, 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 ay. Okay. No, well, he's being aggressive. Okay, no, I guess it is mines after all. I guess it is just an FD. Okay, so it's just a normal FD. It's not a siege expand. And you just put the barracks here for fun. Oh, the tank! Good Minecraft from Protoss. Loses 1 Dragoon, 2 Dragoons. Oh my god, he can't lose his tank though. Oh, that was a little bit too ambitious from Cryoc. He wanted to get the red health Dragoon that was pulled back, but he let the tank go too far forward and didn't run it away in time. So I think that tank was worth a lot more than killing that Dragoon, to be honest. Trading 2 Dragoons for a tank there for the first Terran Siege tank, I think is absolutely fine for Protoss. However, there are mines now at the front. Did he eat that mine? No, he did the micro. So without obs, you can do fancy hold position micro against against spider mines. The problem is if there are vultures in range, they will screw up the AI and you will take the mine hit. So it's a little bit of a risk. So for example, if this vulture was like here, and the goons tried to like come forward and pull this mine, if the vulture like shot the goons wouldn't shoot anything and the mine would just hit them and blow them up. So it's a little bit risky. So he's gonna wait for the obs to do that. So yeah, it looks like both players have their expansion. Interestingly, this means that the second tank is able to get a position here on the Protoss natural. Oh man, that ob needs to come out like right now. He needs to get out before the second tank sieges up, I think. It's gonna be really annoying. Maybe he should just build a zealot and just run it. I think he might just... Well, okay, here's the obs. Okay, second tank is here, though. Oh, second tank is not here. Second tank needs to be here. If the second tank is here, the Protoss can't really bust out. But the second tank is not here. That's a mistake. That's a mistake. That tank needed to be here. If that tank was here, I feel like the Terran could have maybe held this, but not anymore. Oh, man. Cryoc wasn't quite paying attention there. Wow, he actually had... Look at this. The second tank was so slow that the third tank had time to actually get here. And he loses both. Huge mistake from Cryoc. He doesn't even have any mines here. And it doesn't matter because it's an obs. Oh my god, Cryoc. Now he can't siege on the high ground, so he's not going to die here. But that was a mistake. That was a big mistake from Cryoc. Wow. So, well, I guess at least he got 2 goons on the backside of this, so that's actually nice. So Protoss overextending a little bit here into the siege tank range. He doesn't see now Infected actually he doesn't need to be aggressive anymore because that was such a huge win for him. Yeah, he's sending a probe out now. This is exactly right. Now he can just expand because there's no way he's going to be able to bust this with just the Dragoons, right? So. But now he's got map control, so he can just expand, he can tech up, he's completely safe. The Terran lost his first 3 siege tanks, so his first attack, his first push out is going to be quite a bit delayed. Yeah, he's not in a very good position. Alright, so Cryoc now just going to be on the defensive, he's going for 4 factories. Gonna get some comm sats going. And looks like Protoss taking up as normal, getting these additional gateways. I like that he's building the gateways roughly at the same time as he builds the 3rd Nexus. So that way, well, I guess he's only building 1. Probably build another 1 or 2. So basically, as soon as he transfers some probes here and starts mining, he already has the gateways in place to start pumping his 3 units. That's sort of generally what you want to do. Because if you wait until the Nexus is finished before you build gateways, it's a little bit slow. You get like an extra influx of minerals that you can't really spend easily. Or efficiently, I guess. eBay, just making sure there's no sneaky drops coming in the back. And that's like a Dragoon to stop any expansion attempts. There's a 3rd command center here. So I think in PvT, it should be relatively easy for Terran to get their 3rd base, kind of like on Fighting Spirit. I mean, yes, there's 2 bridges, but again, you can just mine up both bridges, put some tanks in the middle. It's not really a big deal. And it is still a narrow ramp here, so you can just wall it in and whatnot. So Terran should, even though he took a hit early on, he should still be able to take an easy 3 bases. He did opt to go for the 4 factories though. So on Fighting Spirit, sometimes you see 2 factories and 3 bases, just like super hardcore macro mode. But maybe this is correct because there's 2 entrances here. Maybe you actually do need to go 4 fact to be safe in your 3rd here. Looks like a few Speed Vultures going to go and check out this 3rd base. Are they going to get intercepted? No, they are going to be able to get vision at least. So there's a cannon there. But they maybe grab a couple of probes here. Alright, just 1 probe I think. Maybe 2, I'm not sure. Maybe build a 2nd cannon here so it covers the top part. So he knows what's going on. But he's going to get his own 3rd up. Now, what is Protoss going for? Is that actually tight? You guys think that's Vulture tight? That actually could be. I'm actually not sure about this. Like for example, there's a rock here. There's like a really big rock. Does that rock block movement? Is that a doodad that blocks or does it not block? Oh god. Oh god! Oh god! Oh god! And there's tanks here. How did this guy get over here? Oh no. No, stop! Please, Infected. Thank you. Dragoons, man. Dragoons. You know, Dragoons are kind of like toddlers. They're always trying to kill themselves, so you have to just keep babysitting them, you know? Like, I feel like Protoss players must understand what it's like to be a parent, you know? Because the Dragoons, they're just like, oh look, there's a spider mine, let me just go step on it, you know? It's like toddlers are like, oh look, there's a wall socket, let me go stick my finger in and see what happens. It's like the same thing. Oops. So, man. You know what? You know what's even worse? You know what's even worse? Dragoons died once already. Like, Dragoons are literally the reincarnation of Zealots who died, right? So you'd think that having been killed once already, they might, you know, be a little bit more wise, have a little bit more experience, you know, maybe try not to die again, because that seems like it wouldn't be a fun experience, and yet somehow they come back even stupider. I don't know, man. You see what I mean? You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about, right there. Right there. That's what I'm talking about. Alright, you got the second cannon up. Oh, we got the run by though. Oh no! No, this dirty Terran. He's gonna stop my building, but it's not gonna stop the Nexus, so it's fine. Now there is an obs at the front, seeing all these vultures come out the front. Oh, he's gonna try and intercept. But the vultures go to the left. Huh, never mind. Alright, anyway, let's see what's going on in the bases. Alright, vulture is dead. Got more. Ooh, got a lot of factories. Looks like 8 factories in total. Starport is done. No science facility yet. Third base just has 3 unsieged tanks here. This is pretty exposed. I think the Protoss probably assumes there's a lot more stuff there, though. And also, to be fair, the Terran is doing a lot of vulture harass. So, so it's not like the Protoss has a good chance to attack. There's not that many gateways here. 1, 2, 3. There's 8 gateways against 8 factories. If he's gonna have 4 bases mining, he really needs extra gateways. He needs like 3 or 4 more gateways ASAPly. Oh, intercept mode. Oh, he's going for the pincer. He's actually pincering speed vultures, which is kind of tricky. These guys are pretty slippery. Look at how fast these guys are. I mean, these guys are actually so fast. They're faster than like air units. Doesn't really make any sense. Like if you think about it, right? Like Wraiths are literally jet fighters, and yet a vulture can outrun a Wraith somehow. It's pretty insane, man. And we've got the good old A-move Terran. Here we go, boys. A-move Terran for the win. The Zealot's coming in the side. We're lagging it up. The good old tactical lag maneuver. I like it. Alright, Protoss is spreading out a little bit. Is he going in? He's going in, but there's a siege up. The Observer's over the top. The Zealots are trying to close. The Vultures, there's not enough Vultures in the front. And there's the Arbiter. He needs a scan. He needs the vision. I don't think he scanned. He's only shooting the ones. Okay, there's the scan finally, but this Terran army. Oh, God. Hello. Goodbye. GG easy. And the Terran army, not nearly enough vultures, pretty much no mines in the front, and a really wonky line position there allows the Protoss army to just completely collapse. That was not good. I mean, he walked up the middle here and then just was look at how wide this engagement area is. Like maybe he could have stuck closer to this wall or something, or I don't really know. It's a really wide open map actually. Maybe he would have been better off attacking towards the Protoss natural. But he went cross-map and got caught in such a weird position. And now we have the counterattack from the Protoss. There's a pretty hefty army still here though. And the Protoss did lose, looks like, their big Zealot screen, so they are going to be pushed back here. Interestingly, look at this, Cryoc. Oh no, he still has a ton of SCVs. I was going to say, it looks like he doesn't have quite as many SCVs as he did in his TVZ games, but I think he still has a lot. We can have a look at the main in a second. The Protoss though is mined out his main, and he's got a few more gateways now, getting second Stargate. For some reason, the saturation here seems really poor. Wow! No, he actually doesn't have that many SCVs unless they're all at the natural. But he mined out his main and his natural though, so he must. I'm actually a bit confused. Are they just all here? No, that's interesting. Alright, so Infected now, interestingly, going for this random mineral only at the 12 o'clock. I mean, it's not bad. I believe you can wall this in with like 2 more pylons on the side. I don't think you need to do this. I think you can build 2 pylons on either side of the Nexus and it walls it in completely. I think Cardinal All-In actually posted that in the map reveal. But it looks like he's going for the epic wall here, the Great Wall of Trump, to keep out those vultures, those dirty vultures. And it looks like there are actually quite a few SCVs of the natural, so he's going to fully saturate the third here. But I mean, Cryoc really needs to think about a third base. I wonder if Cryoc should just take this base, you know? So Cryoc, look at him. He's spread out, sort of in the middle of the map. But these tanks aren't really defending anything useful. Moving out here, there's no base here. what he could do, wall this in, put like 3 tanks here, and then like move his tanks up the right side, take this base, and potentially even move up here and take this base, right? Because taking the bottom left bases is going to basically force him to cover the entire middle of the map, which is just so much space. And even if he can't cover it, you know, he could get like recalled in the back. And he's building a good old... I mean, where is this command center supposed to go? Surely he's not taking the center base, right? Is this supposed to go to the bottom left? It's an interesting place to build it. I think that's going to the bottom left, right? Okay, so in the meantime, Protoss, main and natural are mined out. So he's kind of down to 3 bases. He's actually not mined this gas yet, interestingly enough. I guess he's got enough gas from his bases already anyway. He's not really building any Templars or anything. His only gas-heavy unit is the Arbiter, so... And he only got the second Stargate a little bit later, so I think it's not a big deal. So there are a few units here, but see, the Terran is spread out a lot. And does he have any recall defense? There's no... Okay, so he's got mines in his main, but that's it. He doesn't even have a single turret in his main base. And there's no recall defense at the third. So he's quite susceptible to that. Although it doesn't look like Infected is going for that. He's going for more of a map control style, you know, overwhelm the Terran kind of thing. Maybe he just doesn't want to risk a big recall getting blown up by mines and then being on the back foot. Alright, looks like Protoss is trying to go for this bottom left base, but gonna get denied. But this is risky. Look at this. That's a lot of tanks dedicated to take out just basically one control group of Protoss. And that leaves... Look at the middle of the map. There's almost nothing there, but the Protoss is not taking advantage. Infected is not taking advantage of this. And I feel like this might be a little bit because Infected is playing his off race. I feel like if Infected, you know, was a Protoss player, he would have tried to attack the front here. Because look at how many tanks were there at the bottom left. Like, there's almost nothing left at the front. So I think if he was had a little bit more experience, he might have gone for the attack here. But I mean, you know, he's still got map control. He can still go and attack down here. The Terran is still spread very thinly in the middle of the map. But I don't know. I don't really know what he's waiting for, to be honest. Is he waiting for Arbiter energy? I'm like trying to find an Arbiter here. Ah, there it is. Okay. So that's what he was waiting for. So that's why there was a delay. Oh, there could be an EMP. Oh, beautiful. Look, perfect. Absolutely perfect. Instant EMP, denies the recall. He knew it was coming. I feel like, since there was no attack at the front, Cryoc could sort of feel like the recall was coming, so he was quite prepared for that. And he did have the E-base, seeing the Arbiter coming in from quite far away. So that helped. So now Cryoc gets this other base, but it's not really defended. The Terran tank line hasn't quite shifted to the left. Look at the minimap. Protoss army's coming down here. The Terran army is not in position. They can actually come down the top bridge. The SCVs have transferred, but the army hasn't. The army's all on siege. He needs to like siege up or find an engagement or something. Alright, here we go. He's not sieged up. The siege is so late and there's mines on top of the tanks. But it looks like the mines don't really trigger. There is the stasis, 2 huge stasis on the tanks. But the Protoss army was also a little bit wonky. A lot of the units went to the left side, but it looks like Infected catches Cryoc with his pants down. That was such a late siege. Half of these tanks are not even in siege mode. And Infected is going to clean up Cryoc's army here. I don't know what Cryoc was thinking. I guess he just didn't really have enough vision on the map, but Cryoc getting completely caught there. He had the mines up, but he ran his tanks onto his own minefield, out of siege mode. He is at least pulling the Protoss army away. These units are actually going to come out of stasis and still be useful. I think the Protoss army actually needs to camp this and kill these as soon as they come out of stasis. Yeah, there we go. He's coming back now. Because if he lets them just come out by themselves, they're still strong. Look at that. It's still a strong army, even when it comes out of stasis. He's actually going to trade more or less evenly. Even though that's kind of... Well, okay, no, never mind. Protoss sending in some more units here. But at very least, I guess Cryoc still has the bottom left base. But he has no army left. Losing that big army is absolutely devastating for a Terran. He might even lose a science vessel. Boom. Wow, okay, these are 3 attack dragoons. I was like, they took that down really fast. So yeah, it's +3 weapons here for the Protoss against 2-1 on the Terran mech. But look at this, exposed base, exposed, you know, hopefully base. D-Matrix on the tank. It's actually good. The D-Matrix is good. He lost the Science Puzzle for it. But I mean, he's got 4 tanks against a Protoss army here. I think this is looking pretty over. There's no way for Cryoc to defend the bottom left, and then he's gonna be out of money very quickly after. And the command center will fall. Probably. There we go. Oh man, the SCV is getting slaughtered on their way out. Random bolter here. But Cryoc... Wait, are his units stuck? What's going on over here? A little bit of a traffic jam in the main base. See, oh man, he's floating his natural out to the mineral only to try and take that. Did the SCV get the kill? I think it did. There's 1 kill on this SCV. Effective taking another base here at the left side. Cryoc will probably GG when he loses this command center, I guess. And there goes the big Protoss army marching on in. GG from Cryoc. And Infected takes game number 3 for a 2-1 lead in this series, which, again, I believe... Is this going to be best of 5? Are they going to keep playing? I have no idea. Stay tuned. Whoops. Where did I just click? Or is that it? Or was it a best of 3? Maybe that was it, and we can just go play ladder. I have no idea, guys. There were games. Oh, alright, it was best of 3. I was just kidding. I was just kidding. It was all part of the plan. All right. All right, I lied to you guys. So in exchange, I can play a ladder game for you to enjoy how bad I am. I can play for like I've got like half an hour before my girlfriend gets home, I think. With